Now, another area of concern, a lot of people I talk to, I'll tell them the future and the promise and the risks of 5G, the one that they bring up most frequently is the health risk.
Yes.
They say that the health risk of 5G is off the charts compared to what we're dealing with now, and what we're dealing with now we're not really fully addressing. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Yes, I will. There is a wide spectrum of disagreement about this issue within all of the relevant parties in the United States today, from the carriers to everyone else. Some people think it's a red herring, and it's a non-issue, and other people feel like we're putting our lives at risk. I think that the truth is somewhere in between. The fact of the matter is, whether we like it or not, over the last 100 years or so, we have always underestimated the potential harm of radiation, starting with the discovery of X-rays,
Sure.
and going on to the shoes that you could get a better fit with by having your feet X-rayed simultaneously with wearing the shoes. A lot of people 10 years later came down with foot cancer.
Not something you hear about a lot, foot cancer. Yeah.
And then, and the story goes on and on, that we've always underestimated the damage that radiation.
Well, it started with Madame Curie, right?
So my advice as a scientist is proceed with caution. Be careful, be thoughtful, be intelligent about what you're doing. And
these things put off radiation, receive radiation. Where does the radiation come from?
The most harmful radiation comes from the cell towers.
Okay.
The thing you connect to get onto the network.
It's not the sticking the phone to your head necessarily.
The operating energy levels of your headset is much less. And unless you hold your phone to your head 24 hours a day, you're probably not at a whole lot of risk.
But you don't want to do that. There are some people who are constantly...
Well, I tell you what I do. I keep my phone in my pocket and I wear a little speaker collar. Mm-hmm. And it connects with Bluetooth, which is a very low frequency, harmless connection. And I walk around, and this way I can walk around the house, I have both my hands free, and I can carry on a conversation with someone. You and I have done it. Sure. So, everyone can come up with their way of it. But I think, look, too much of anything it can be a problem. But I don't think the primary issue is with the handset. I think the handset are pretty safe.
It's the cell tower.
Used in a sense, in a sensible way. I think where the issues are is where all the energy is, and where the energy is at the base stations that you have to connect to in order to get onto the network.
But isn't it true that with 5G there are going to be a lot more base stations?
Well, we have, with the current technology, we have over 500,000 base stations in the United States today, and that's growing by about 10,000 a year.